Should we pull up some green here?
Hey, David. We're on the internet.
Hello and welcome to Family RPG. I'm David Leonard, your Game Master for Star Trek Adventures. Season 3, our Klingon campaign.
Of the Ancients.
It doesn't make any sense.
But we got the book now, though.
We do.
Yes. So how many more adventures do we have through this?
It's only about like a month and a half, something like that. So a while.
What, the number of adventures, like 5 or 6?
7, 8.
Okay.
About a month.
Well, they're only game every week.
Every week, so
once a week,
yeah.
so we once a month. So we.
Alright, almost 2 months then.
2 months. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
Okay.
So before we start, the point of determination is already going to be pre-spent on your new drive.
Okay.
But you can still describe what happened last time and why you needed a new drive.
Well,
Starting with the episode name.
Dinner for 2.
dinner for 2.
Yes.
So, the High Council sent us to search for a missing shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
It was MPEG, composer of Klingon opera,
Mm-hmm.
brother of JPEG from the High Council.
Photographer.
Yes. Located, I'm sitting here going, what work? Located in the Swamp Nebula.
Which is hard to traverse.
Yes. We encountered 2
Dropped me out of warp.
Kelchu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were about half the size of the ship. They started feeding on the energy of the ship. We decided to power down as minimum as we can and eject our spare reactor.
And then detonate it.
Yep.
Detonated.
When we detonated it, we ended up killing 2 creatures. We docked with the shuttle as it was spinning around. And Klotsky cooked a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very quick mission.
It was.
We got a little bit drunk with the meal.
Yes.
Too much bloodline there. Yeah.
Klotsky is not with us tonight.
She's back in the galley.
Mm-hmm.
She slept in late.
Alright. So the point, as I said, is already spent to give you a replacement in between missions. You went back to some starbase or something to refit.
So we did not use the favor then from the Ferengi?
Yeah. Let's say we did.
Nah.
Okay.
Use that determination.
So
If we're
we're done.
spending determination, we gotta keep our faith.
Mhm.
So what is our new mission?
Tonight's episode, Gale Force. G-A-L-E Force.
Who's Gale?
I guess we'll learn.
You knew that question was going to come up. I mean,
Typically, if it's a name, it's G-A-I-L.
I don't spell well.
Obviously.
Also, it's Klingon. It could be spelled anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be Gali.
Yeah.
It's the Gali Force.
Got it.
They have a C or apostrophe in it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, Science Officer's personal log. Our ship is one of several that have been ordered to the Romulan border as a response to a buildup of Romulan forces. Reports circulate that various ships have noted strange sensor readings, and we believe the Romulan Petakul have already snuck into our territory. I look forward to making them pay for their mistake.
So we most likely have ship combat, and we're missing a book.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Great idea, huh?
We're missing a what?
book.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay.
So, I'm going to need an insight and science. Difficulty of 1.
Not it.
What are we doing?
Insight,
I
science.
got 11.
Yeah, it's a. Actually, I'm horrible in insight.
Yes.
I only got 10.
I have 10.
Oh, okay.
You want to assist?
Somebody assist me?
I'll assist.
Okay. What's this?
I had no success.
Okay, you match. Romulan activity has increased along the border, and that there are dispatched warships to garrison the area, but not to cross into Romulan territory without provocation. There are strange subspace disturbances and sensor echoes that have been detected all across the border. leading many to believe that the Romulans may have already entered Klingon space under cloak. So there's going to be the typical pilot check of
Okay.
control con, engines con, difficulty is 0.
Got the engines con.
Bartok, you're on this?
Control con. Yes. 15. Ooh! We don't have any
already.
No!
Well, you got one success.
I got one success. How much we need?
You needed 0, but
0, but
this is it.
You got one with a complication.
Yes, and you have
Yeah.
nothing to re-roll it with.
No.
I just want to immediately spend that momentum to re-roll it.
okay.
Did we? Oh,
Yeah,
You
we
got one
a-
momentum.
We got a momentum.
Okay.
So
So spend it.
roll Yeah, we got another success.
Okay, so we
Good.
get one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So you get there, and along most of the border, the Romulans have stationed ships on their side of the border, openly patrolling without using their cloaks.
those ships. Who's about other ships?
Mm.
Yes, that is the issue. It's going to be.
I'm good at stating the obvious. Thank you. All right.
Yeah. Let's do a
Yeah.
sensor sweep. Reason science, assisted by the ship's sensor science. Difficulty is 0.
Okay.
Bartok, I assume.
Reason is science.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
going to be a difficulty of 1 this
I
time.
think I got 17.
I should hope.
Yeah, reason is science. Yes.
17.
No, 15.
Okay.
Nothing for the ship.
One success.
Okay.
What we needed.
You matched.
All right.
A lot of matching here.
Yeah.
The sensor echoes blink in and out and are difficult to track. So there's sections of space where they're not cloaking, but they appear to like instantly vanish.
Oh.
So it's like they're going along the border, and then they just. It's not cloaked because
They're
there's
on
a normal
their
process
side
to
of-
cloaking. They're on
They're
their side of the border.
Their side of the border.
Yes. and Klingon said the Romulans haven't crossed yet,
Yeah.
and they haven't fired yet, but they're just
Hmm.
right up next to the border, and there's these strange phenomena going on. No.
So do we have any kind of sensors that are lining the border that may give us some kind of a clue that whether it's a
These
spatial
questions are told us.
what kind of spatial anomaly we're dealing with?
So they recommend a work track
Uh-huh. Work track.
to improve detection and accurate tracking.
Okay. Well, we haven't done a work track.
You want a copy of the regular book?
Sure.
Here.
We can
You're
figure
putting
this
more use
out.
to it, better use to it than I will.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could have brought mine copy.
Yay.
Work track.
Whether it's better described in here or not, I don't recall.
We did a lot of work tracks in that one, but
Mhm.
it's true though. There's a
Yeah, they had proper charts in this version. So, let's see. Work track. Nice thing about having a PDF.
Mm-hmm.
If
Research.
it works. Yes.
There we go. Oh, we apparently have 2 viewers right now. One of them is me downstairs. So, hello, whoever else is viewing.
Yes, indeed. Let's see.
Dad, are you viewing at home?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you
I
could
don't-
be.
I could be. I don't have a way to automatically set it up. I'm not going to ask Kathy to do it.
Well, no, you just load up Twitch on a window.
Oh, you mean if I just leave it connected, it'll automatically do the next live stream?
Yeah, as long as it's you live up the window and
Oh, yeah? Okay.
you hit up on the chat menu
Yeah.
section of it.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know it'd do that automatically.
Okay.
Oh well. Maybe I'll try it next time.
All right.
Let's see, extended. Sample supplies.
Extended tasks. Momentum.
At this rate, I really don't see us becoming Twitch celebrities anytime
Uh-huh.
soon.
Right. So what is this? The tasks
All right.
involving?
Extended tasks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're looking up.
Extended cast.
Well, no, what, I mean, not how to do the task, but what kind of task, what are we trying to do?
It has a recommended setup, so you choose attribute and discipline, and either have the ship assist or someone else assist,
Right.
depending on the nature of the task.
Right.
And the whole point of this is to basically, probably going to be a lot of engineering stuff, to
Right.
actually improve your sensors to fight through this
Interference or
this
whatever it is.
interference. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Does it give the stats for this work track?
No.
It just says there should
It
be
just
a
says
work
there
track.
should be a work track.
If there's sensors and
Right,
engineering, that's
okay.
really good.
I know, fun, huh?
So they
Thanks,
don't-
writers of this book.
Okay. Well, I mean, logically, we maybe.
Oz Mills didn't have anything to do with this book, did he?
I don't recall.
Alright.
Let's send out a probe.
Well,
And
let's
then
go over this
tune the
real quick.
sensors.
Probe could be seen as being threatening.
Oh, really?
If we send anything over the other side,
Well, not to
Mills
the
is
other
finding
side,
it.
but to the border.
So-
All right, forget the probe. Yeah.
An extended task is a work track, which is a means of determining how much work will be needed to overcome the extended task.
Yeah.
Whenever a character succeeds at a task,
Osmos is on here, yeah.
Okay.
It'll
Additional
make
writing
the
adapted from the
amount of
original
work.
rule.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
So, a work track normally has a value of from 5 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Magnitude between 1 and 5. How large and complex an extended task is. When a character achieves a number of breakthroughs described below equal to the extended task's magnitude, the extended task is completely overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So, think of work kind of as stress,
Yeah.
magnitude as let's just get this over with.
Hmm.
Resistance, particularly arduous, slower, reduces the amount of work done for each task. Most extended tasks do not have resistance, but those that do tend to have no more than 3.
Mm.
So, a process, a character rolls 2 effects, or 2 die, plus d6s equal to the discipline used for that task.
Hmm.
Which would probably be engineering for this. Or engineering or science. Which one?
Well, let's go through this. If it has any resistance, reduce the work done by the resistance value. So whatever the effects are is work done.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
And further, the character may have achieved 1 or 2 breakthroughs if either or both of the following conditions are met.
Oh boy.
If 5 or more work is done, or if the work track is filled. If 5 or more work is made after reduction for resistance, the character also achieves a breakthrough. Okay? If the work track is filled, or if 1 or more work is made after reduction for resistance, when the work track is already full, the character achieves a breakthrough. If the number of breakthroughs achieved is equal to the extended task's magnitude, the extended task is complete. Otherwise, the base difficulty of the extended task is reduced by 1 for each breakthrough achieved to a minimum of 0. The base difficulty was under
Is it 5 to 20?
so
Yes, work, magnitude, resistance, and difficulty.
yeah.
Hmm.
Otherwise, that's reduced for 1 to a minimum of 0. The base difficulty has already been reduced to 0. Each subsequent breakthrough adds +1 die to any further rolls. And then we get into complications and things. So, let's start through this. Figure out what your work value is.
I'm gonna say 12.
12. Okay, you might want to start writing these down.
I already did.
Alright. Magnitude, the number of breakthroughs we need to get.
3.
3. Resistance, which is typically nothing but no more than 3.
Give me 1.
1. This might take a has a base difficulty, which is used for all tasks. It can be modified on each task as circumstances such as trait dictate, but they all start the same. So what's your big discipline? 2. Alright. So what is the discipline we are using? This is not attribute discipline, just discipline.
Okay.
Well, or
And this
sensors
can
now.
change as we go through the work track.
Working with
I'm going to
sensors.
say at first it's going to be a science.
Science. Alright.
That makes sense.
Who has our high science?
I got 2 on neither.
I got 2 on
I
science.
got 3.
You have 3.
Yeah.
So you roll 5. 2
dice.
plus your 3.
5d6.
You
Okay.
said the difficulty was what?
2.
2. So you need to get at least 2 successes.
2 success. Okay, so that would be
No,
Five-
just
5d6.
D6s.
just D6s. Okay. And what's a success?
1s, 2s, we add them all up.
Okay, we got
Just like
1,
normal.
2, and they got
So
a
we got
2
3, 4,
effects.
5. Yeah, 5 there
Okay,
with
5.
2 effects. Now, what do effects do?
So
Due to the challenge of dice and extended tasks, some considerations for the normal challenge I use extended tasks and thus
It just kind of makes sense that these science should come first, so you figure out
Yeah.
what you
Simply
want
counts
to
as a
do,
one.
and engineering then,
Okay.
okay, how to implement that.
all right,
Right? That makes sense?
sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
if the character under normal circumstances, the challenge dice used for an extended task have no special effects, and thus each effect rolled simply counts as a 1.
Oh, it's a 1.
Well, without any additional benefits. However,
Count.
characters can obtain benefits which will trigger when effects are rolled. If the character has multiple benefits, then all of them are triggered when an effect is rolled. If the character achieves a breakthrough and 1 or more effects were rolled, then an additional breakthrough is achieved. We're not going to achieve a breakthrough on
Not
this
this
one.
time, no.
The character ignores X points of the extended task's resistance for each effect rolled. Progression, the character makes an additional X work for each effect rolled. Alright, so you said resistance of 3 or 1. So we had, what did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. So that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
We overcame the difficulty.
Yes.
Mhm.
The extended task.
Does the overcoming it add extra
If
2
the
then? or-
extended task is any resistance, reduce the work done on the resistance. And the remaining work done is 1. Further, the character may achieve 1 or 2 breakthroughs if either of following is fulfilled. So we did not do 5 or more works. That was not 1 breakthrough. The work track is not filled,
No.
so this just pops off the first run of the work track.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I thought there was initial rolls, like with the D20s as well. To
not
that
from
measure.
what this is looking.
Okay. Maybe we were doing it
Well,
wrong the
they
first
mentioned
time.
D20s in there.
Because like you had to
Yeah.
have a certain number of
Okay.
successes, and that determined how many dice you'd roll beyond your basic points.
Oh.
But unless that's completely different.
Extended tasks, base difficulty, which is used for all tasks.
Okay.
This base difficulty.
So we got
Whenever,
4.
oh no, it is.
But the
Whenever
the
a character
discipline matters.
succeeds at a task to overcome an extended task. Okay, so this is 2 plus the discipline used. So I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
It is first you roll
D20s.
your 2
Yeah,
D20s.
that's what I
this
thought.
is
Okay.
That's what I thought. I was like,
All
wait,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's try
what-
that again.
yes. Science plus
Okay.
what?
Science and the attribute, you mean?
Yes.
Reason.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so roll those.
15 on that. So I got 2 successes.
2 successes.
And
Do you
if-
have anything with
if we-
sensors or
I do have sensors, so I did. So we technically I have 3 successes.
that gives you a momentum?
Is that immediate momentum spent on extra dice, or
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, momentum.
Thought
Extended
we were missing
tasks
a
in momentum table. Additional work. Repeatable increases the work done by +1 for this task before reductions for resistance. Piercing. Repeatable. Ignore up to 2 resistance for this task. Reroll work. Reroll any number of challenge dice from the current task.
I mean, I roll with
Those
one.
are the 3 choices for momentum.
Re-roll a dice, or roll an extra die.
You want to roll extra dice. That would be most advantageous.
Well, I mean,
Well,
yeah.
this one just increases the work done by +1.
Ah.
Not rolling extra, just
Okay.
so instead of 5, it would have been 6.
Okay.
So that was
Alright.
6, but it
Minus
reduced by 1.
One.
So that's 1
Fine.
breakthrough.
But
Yes.
yeah,
Huzzah.
one breakthrough. Okay. So what does that reduce? To the 12, the 3, or the 1? No, the resistance doesn't reduce.
The number of successes.
So we've gotten through one of the magnitudes.
You've gotten 5
Yes.
Okay,
effects.
the magnitude goes down 1. Does that mean
Yeah.
Yes.
it goes down to 2 now?
Work
Does it also reduce the work track, or just?
Yes, it reduces the work track, but
Okay.
we have not gotten the work track reduced to get that breakthrough.
So now it works down to 7. Magnitude's down to 2.
If the number of breakthroughs achieved is equal to the extended task's magnitude, which it's not, the extended task is complete. Otherwise, the base difficulty of the extended task is reduced by 1 for each breakthrough achieved. So our difficulty is now 1.
Okay, but the magnitude's still 3, or?
The magnitude
it would
is
be
where
10.
it was,
Okay,
but we
so-
reduced it by 1.
Okay.
We've achieved 1
Right.
towards it.
Okay.
So let's say we don't get another breakthrough by this, but we just get through the work.
Okay.
From what I'm seeing, we then reset the work track because we got a breakthrough on that.
Okay.
So,
Uh-huh.
what is our next part on this crazy workflow?
It's going to be daring engineering.
Daring and engineering.
Gale,
Well, I got 15 on that.
I got a 13, so you're rolling. Hey, why don't I assist so we can get some
Okay.
more in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 1,
Okay. And I got 2.
so that's 3.
Yeah.
So we beat the difficulty,
Mm-hmm.
which is now 1, so we
Yeah.
beat it by 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's two momentum.
Right.
To be used
roll
on
the
that.
D6s now?
Yeah, we'll just use the momentum for additional work to make life easy.
So we got +2 to our assist.
To whatever end up rolling. So what is
Still
your
roll full.
engineering?
Engineering is 5.
5. So roll
I'm at
7.
7 die. Okay.
We will get this.
I just roll a bunch of 3s and 4s.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying the
Okay.
process.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6.
6
Plus
plus
your-
our 2, so 8.
Yeah.
Minus
Minus
one.
resistance
Resistance.
1.
Yep.
So
So
7.
7.
So we have a breakthrough.
So we get a breakthrough off the work track and a breakthrough for getting 5.
Okay.
So that's
Two
3
more.
magnitude taken up.
Okay. But you only have 3, so.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm confused, but I think we did it.
I think maybe it's probably better than we did last
Well, what
time. 'cause
about the
last
work
time
value
they gave us
then?
specific instructions on what to do last time. We still couldn't get it right. So
Yeah.
Working through this, that's how I understand.
Step by step.
yeah, I think there's a better
What does
chart.
the work
in,
value mean then?
Hmm?
What's the work value? You said it was 12. Does that go down
The work
value?
track was 12.
12.
The magnitude 3, the resistance 1, the difficulty 2.
Right, but what's the 12 do?
So the 12, say you never get a breakthrough with 5 or more of the number,
Yeah.
you can slowly work that down to get a breakthrough. So if
Oh,
we only chipped
okay.
away one at a time,
So you can get either one of these working down.
right.
Okay.
And once you get the work track worked down, it goes all the way back because you then dealt with one of the magnitudes with one of your breakthroughs.
Oh. It takes forever. Okay.
It could
Yeah,
if
which
you're
is why
not
we were-
rolling.
All right.
So we have better characters and better stuff going on this time. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, a game where you have to min-max in order to complete anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, what did we learn then?
Is that the doorbell?
I doubt it.
It should.
I'd go double
Go
check.
ahead and double check.
Because I haven't done anything during this mission yet. So.
That's right. That's right. 'Cause I thought I heard the ring.
Okay.
Of course, it could just be the ringing in my ears, but you know.
Okay.
It is private.
It is. Not that John's ordered anything, but
Yeah.
We are ordering way too many things.
mm, John has Prime, not me, anyways.
Nope.
Nothing? Just making sure, you know, I mean, could have been. Nothing? Okay, very good.
Hey, yeah, Ring doorbell's only $60 right now.
I don't trust those things.
No.
People could easily, you know,
Hack 'em.
manipulate, hack
Yeah.
this and see what's going on outside your front door. Whatever. So, you find
Okay.
a specific area along the border, uninhabited. A spatial anomaly, a powerful radiation storm that has distinct subspace and gravitational eddies within it.
Who's Eddie?
Ask Ed.
Storm.
Which Ed?
Exactly.
Okay. Wait a minute. The radiation storm is in between us and the Romulans, and
Yeah.
so it's just.
Just going along the border and scanning.
Well,
for
we
different
couldn't really
things.
see it. We couldn't sense it until we tuned our sensors, huh?
Right.
Does radiation storm seem to be artificial, or does natural an occurrence?
Reason science, difficulty of 1.
Oh.
Well, I guess I'm the one that asked the question, so I'll roll for it.
I got 15 on
You want to assist me on that?
Yeah.
So I already rolled for it.
that. I got a 1.
I got 1 success as well, so 2 successes.
Okay, one momentum.
Huzzah.
Okay.
It is artificial.
Artificial.
Something on the
Ah.
inside is causing it.
Blaster ambulance.
Well,
And which side of the border is it on?
It's on their side.
Ah.
But if you go in fast enough, like you think you may not be like noticed unless someone inside, because even then you have this ability to detect that it's there, but you can't really further scan too much within it.
but if we cloak, it might mess up our cloak.
Are there any other ships on our side? Any other Klingon ships over here, or is this?
There's not nearly as many
So we have.
because
There's somebody else over here, though. It's
Yeah,
not like
there are
the
a couple of them,
Enterprise
yeah.
where, okay, you're the only one out in that sector. Why? There's
just-
so many
there's
species.
several battle
So
cruisers on
Okay.
both sides patrolling the border.
Sure.
All of which are unclosed, all of which are basically making this a Mexican standoff kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like nobody's crossing either side, and we just see these sudden like blips as the birds of prey Romulan wise are just disappearing and then reappearing, but they're not cloaking.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, if we can get our sensors to coordinate when they appear to disappear, then possibly we could synchronize our ship to cloak when this thing would make us appear to disappear. I'm assuming that it works both ways. The ones
Well, it
that we
probably
can't
causes
see
us to
can't see
disappear
us.
First, it's going to be a daring and engineering check to try to modulate your shield so that this powerful radiation storm, if you want to go in, you will immediately, unless you batten down the hatches, so to speak, be battered by radiation.
Yeah.
Can I also come up with some sort of a have prepared for us some sort of a treatment in case we do get radiation poisoning of some sort?
That's going to be daring medicine.
Okay. 14.
Yes,
Okay.
difficulty of 1 for that.
That's 2 successes, and I'm using strategy here, kind of maybe.
No.
Okay.
You're able to come up with basically Starfleet equivalent of Radix kind of thing. You can
Okay.
reduce the effects, but you know it's still going to be a little bit of radiation seeping through if it does,
Okay.
All right.
affecting people.
I'll hand it to my nurses and tell them, okay, just
Nurses?
I'm sure that I have at least a couple of interns, too. I mean, okay.
Well, was that gonna be-
Klingons would
was-
probably not use the term nurse.
No, was that going to be Class D's position? If she wasn't a ship's cook, she'd be one of your nurses.
I'll have people do it. Just call it Jesus Klingon. You know, commander said do this.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
The
we
second
wanted.
string warriors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Daring in engineering to call you 2.
Okay. Did you want
To
to
reinforce-
assist on
Sure,
that?
I can assist.
Okay.
1.
2 successes and then shields. Let's see. I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't have
Okay, I'm
shield.
shielding.
So I got 2 successes. Yeah.
That's 3.
Okay,
So
so
we got-
1 momentum.
Okay.
Sorry for being in the medical field and being concerned about our health going into the radiation.
No problem.
Dying of radiation is not an honorable way to die. So,
No? Or being mutated for that matter, even
Yeah.
survival.
yeah. Well, I mean, our house is accustomed to mutations. Anyway, moving on.
Causing.
Housing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you wait for an opportunity, like, and just fly in.
Sounds good to me.
We're not going to try and cloak? Or is that not...
It would be a clue to them that we're trying to do something.
Yes.
okay.
Nobody else is cloaked. It's just the fact that they
Right,
can go through
right.
this and not be detected, as if they were cloaked.
The only alternative
Yeah.
I'm seeing is that if we were to leave the system right now in the opposite direction,
And
turn
then
our
come
cloak
back.
elsewhere, then come back in with our cloak on,
Right,
and then
right.
come in.
Well, I was... Well,
Yeah,
I was
long
thinking-
range
sensors
sensors
could
could
pick
pick up.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Well, what I
they-
was thinking is if this anomaly is making their ships look like their cloaks going on and off, it most likely would, to them, appear that we would be disappearing too, if we got close enough to it. That when we got close to it, we could synchronize our cloaking with the time that the anomaly made us look cloaked, and all of a sudden, we'd be gone. Anyway,
You get the
whatever.
feeling you're going to want to put all power to shields anyways, because
Okay.
cloaking would
Yeah.
lower those, and then all the radiation would seep in.
That's true, okay. Yeah, I forgot about the shield. Cloaking can't be working at the same time. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That, and if it works on them, it'll work for us, so it won't
Yeah.
matter. It's
yeah.
So you fly in. As soon as you do, there's a little buckling, but the shield's like there's a little,
Yeah.
side shake as they do on.
Okay.
we actually have seatbelts on our,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
chairs. We're smarter than Starfleet.
Really, I figure Klingons would be like, no, today is a good day to be flung around the ship.
Okay.
Those who aren't in command positions, sure,
Yes. Okay.
they can fling around.
Great. I'm gonna need, let's see, reason and science assisted by the ship's sensors and science.
Okay. I got 15 on
I can roll for the ship.
that. Okay.
Ship does nothing.
I get, let's see, 1, actually maybe 2. What, we got sensors?
Yeah.
Or, okay, well I got 2.
Okay.
So
Difficulty
3
of
total.
1.
So 3 total then? You said you got one?
No, I got
Okay.
nothing.
Difficulty of 1, so you get 1
One
momentum.
moment.
Okay.
You enter. It's you identify the source of the eddies. It's
Hey, Eddie.
a damaged warp engine of unknown design, potentially using a gravity well.
Oh. So it's a combination Romulan.
There is a Romulan bird of prey and 2 Romulan escorts, smaller vessels, but
In the cloud?
in the cloud. Yes.
Ah. So now we're on their side of the border though.
Yes. They see you. You see them.
Yes.
Is bad. Yes.
Hail! Hail!
All right. Well, I'm just gonna say there's only one because there's only one of your ship, and
Yeah.
there's only so many Romulan vessels to focus
So,
on there.
you want to hail them and see if they need assistance? 'Cause they were disturbing our
If they want to
sensors.
surrender, we can hail them.
We'll see how they hail us first.
Well, they're on their side.
They do.
So,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I am Malt, son of Gorkon, leader of the Antalk clan.
There you go.
Before you even say anything,
I don't want to say it.
damage.
That's the most clearly I've said it ever, I think,
Yeah.
without stuttering.
Okay. Fine. You get to say it.
Thank you. Then we get shot.
Right.
Okay.
You see a woman, very thin, all in like black leather. So it's like,
That's nice.
well, I mean, really, let's see, maybe reason command, or no, reason security difficulty of 1.
I got a 13.
13 as well.
Um,
You want to assist me?
I have 12.
I haven't done anything
Sure.
yet. Alright.
I have 12.
Oh no.
I'm going to use one of these. No.
I have one success. You said difficulty 1?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
we'll see.
She is a member of the Tau Shi'ar.
Ah. So they're definitely trying to keep the secret.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She says that her ship has suffered a catastrophic failure of its main reactor and is requesting that her crew is it can't be transported off because of the radiation and detection and sensors and stuff, despite your enhancements so you can see them and you can scan that there's an issue, but transporters, tractor beams aren't going to work.
Okay.
Shuttles?
The shields on the shuttle will be far
Yeah.
inferior.
So that's on the bird of prey.
On this,
Okay.
well, I mean, they're both birds of prey, I guess, for this. Just the yeah. So they're both pretty much the same delivery style. I only have the one model of the one.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that means we have to cozy up to one of the ships and envelop it with our shield so that they can run a shuttle to our bay.
Well,
or something?
why do we need to be rescuing Romulans?
Yeah.
The scan
Oh,
also
yeah.
shows that the
We're not
ship,
Starfleet.
Well, they're telling us.
the reactor will soon explode, potentially causing a black hole.
Okay.
Ah.
Is it within the vicinity of any Klingon home worlds or any home worlds? Any Klingon
Well,
colonies
no,
or anything?
It's on the border.
It's on the
of it.
border.
It's on the
yeah.
border, and it will pretty much affect just because Klingon High Command, High Council has sent at least a couple of ships
So it'll
along
take
each
out all the
section.
ships.
And so it will take out you, it will take out several other ships.
Take out
There'll be
all
a
the
massive
Romulans,
hole in apparently
Well,
this
how
is
soon?
about 10 minutes.
Okay.
But these Romulan ships are going to be sucked up too.
They're willing to sacrifice their own vessels
Oh.
to
Just
create an opening.
Create an opening?
Uh-oh.
Yes. So if they lure your vessels into these anomalies and
Oh.
explode, creating black holes,
They're deliberately creating anomalies? That doesn't sound right. This sounds like an accident rather than something deliberate. It's deliberate. They should have sent a remote controlled ship in.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
can we possibly do a scan to see if we can destroy it before it goes critical, so it doesn't
Create a black hole.
create a black hole?
at this point, the
Oh.
interference it makes it very difficult to even target their ship to attack it.
So she wants to get her people off the ship.
Yes.
Sounds like she's going to be honest about it and not.
But then that means she doesn't want to sacrifice your people then.
Right. Now.
So which one is it then?
You said
She
it-
doesn't, but the scout ship is here to make sure they do.
Oh. Well, she's the one at South Shi'ar, though.
Yeah,
Isn't she in control of this operation?
apparently not. Or it has had second thoughts since it started.
Where's Jordy when you need him? Oh, anyway.
So, what does she need from us? That's the
why-
question we need to know.
And
Yeah.
why should we do it?
She's talking fast.
She doesn't want any of you to board or capture the ship or try to alter it. She just
Yeah.
wants to escape.
But the scout ship, is that they're monitoring this all too?
Yeah.
They haven't responded saying go away.
Well, nobody's fired on anything yet. Their orders are to, if the Klingons try to board or
Yeah.
capture or kill, then
Yeah.
they can retaliate.
Usually scout ships are smaller. Probably wipe that out. But
Yeah, okay, okay,
Can we
wait.
determine the scale of the scout ship?
Yeah, you said there are 2 scout ships in here, right?
There's
No.
Romulan bird of prey.
One bird of prey.
and the scout ship.
And the scout ship is apparently supposed to use the stats of a Klingon D7 battle cruiser, so your ship.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Okay. The Romulan equivalent of us.
Yes.
I'm assuming not with all our refits.
No.
Good, okay.
no. Hmm.
So you got about 8 minutes now. Oh, you're all dead.
Uh-huh.
Today's not a good day to die.
Picard maneuver. That's right. That's
If we were to fire upon this scout ship, And you know, would you be able to just leave then, or
We're talking to the other.
yeah,
the
the
Tal
Tal
Shiar.
Yeah.
Not easily, like you said. I mean, there's no transporters. You don't even think a shuttlecraft will survive if you try to launch it separately
Yeah.
from your own shields. The radiation would just cook you.
Uh-huh. Well, it doesn't sound like there's much we can do.
At least this isn't a Kobayashi Maru situation. Still,
No.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
the Klingon equivalent of Kobayashi Maru. Instead of
Yeah.
it's Federation trying to save Federation from Klingons, it's
Yeah.
Klingons trying
Alright,
to save
well-
Klingons from Romulans.
Yeah.
Basically, as I see it, we got 1 or 2 targets. Which one do we want to shoot first?
I suppose the warp core that's out there, the thing that could destroy us all.
Yeah, but is that
Fair enough.
gonna,
How do I target a system?
is that gonna
It's going to be a difficulty of 4.
is that gonna advance
Because
it?
2 for standard, plus 1 for the other thing, plus another one for trying to target a specific system.
Because this warp core it's like floating out in space, right? That's what you said.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
it is. Okay.
Just like how we ejected our reactor.
Yeah. So
It has been ejected, but of course, without a warp core, they can't leave this eddy.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't say it again.
No, you didn't. So what were the
So yeah, for tactical, the base difficulty is 2 for energy weapons. You add 1 for you don't have to have 1 for range because you're close range.
control
Right.
and security? Control and security.
Environmental conditions adds 1, and then targeting a specific system adds another. So
I got 13 on control and security.
So, you said difficulty 4.
yes,
Well, he's gonna be control security.
Yeah, he's control.
you're going to spend some momentum to get some extra dice, or perhaps a determination to get 1.
Uh-huh.
You start with 1, and you barely ever
Yeah.
use them. So this is a good reason to.
Yeah. Yeah.
We only have 4 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So you know my motto.
Yeah.
Let's spend threat! 3
Uh,
threat,
Yeah.
That's right.
4 dice. I will spend determination to give me
One. So now
1
you have
there.
2.
Uh-huh.
So that gives us 2 successes. I'm really going for this shot. We will be using, since we're in close range, our disruptor cannons.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds big.
And we're going to go full power.
Okay.
And okay, so you're rolling it. Is anybody assisting you?
I'm
Ships.
assuming the ships.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Weapons plus security.
I'll
Mhm.
roll for that. What am I rolling?
You're rolling a 15.
15. Okay.
Alright, so I bought 2 extra dice. So I'm rolling 4.
You got 3 threat though. Isn't that 3 extra dice?
No, it's
2.
1
Oh,
for the
that's
first,
right.
2 for the
Okay.
second. Alright, so 5. So, shipboard tactical systems. Haha, yes. 2, 4, 5,
You got 1.
6, 7, 8
8. Wow.
in difficulty 4. So
Yeah.
we got 4 extra damage on this little bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Damage 16.
And of course, you have enough dice over there.
No, I only have
Oh,
8. And it is vicious
So.
1. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points of damage.
I think we blew it up.
Oh, let's see.
Destroyed it.
It only
You're
requires
attacking
5 to.
So whose action is going the get the hell out of here maneuver?
You're attacking.
You're at the helm, right?
The
Yes.
G7 then.
No, we were attacking the warp core.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. The warp core. If it
The
blows
sets
up
were-
and creates a hole, we're all dead.
There's a singularity inside of it, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a
Make sure to
unknown
use your
design
determination.
of a warp engine.
Yeah.
3 momentum
Uh-huh.
and just go.
Gun it.
Any direction but into Romulan space or a planet.
Or a sun.
Yeah.
True. Planetoid.
Okay,
Asteroid.
a warp costs 1 power per zone moved. You're gonna have to move, I think, 3 zones, so 3 power.
Okay.
Get in the zone,
It's
warp
gonna
zone.
be,
Do you want to get on the radio and just broadcast run as we go?
Oh, absolutely.
And that'll be our 3 actions for this round.
Sure.
Opening hailing frequencies is control engineering assisted by the ship's communications engineering. Difficulty is 0.
Control
Well,
engineering.
It's going to be difficulty of 2 because you're trying to broadcast through this interference.
Okay. Well, presumably it's once we've gotten beyond where the interference
Okay,
was.
It's not going to be time at
Control
war.
engineering.
Yeah.
I got 16.
Well, you're
No,
you're
you're
the
flying.
con.
I'm
You're flying, you got-
Yeah. Helm, pilot.
Control con, engines con.
Oh, I got 2 successes.
Okay.
All right, so
15.
you said
Also
run!
difficulty of 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, son of Gorkon,
So I'm
leader of the
buying,
Antok House,
2
says
die,
run.
3 threat.
You're adding 2 die.
No. Use momentum.
Use momentum. Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Use
Have
momentum.
momentum. He doesn't have to, yeah.
Well, use.
Use
Okay.
3 momentum
3 momentum, huh?
plus your
Okay.
determination because we're
Okay.
getting out of here.
So I got determination. So I got an automatic 2 successes. How many successes do we need for this?
2.
2. Well, I've already succeeded. So okay, we got I got a 4, 3, and so
You got anything that helps?
2 more successes. I got astronav and power systems.
No.
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 Try to navigate our way out
4.
of this.
You're just
So I
hightailing
got-
it out
I got
as
2
soon as you
momentum
possibly
back.
can.
Or yeah.
Before
Got 2 momentum back just to ensure that we did it.
a
Yeah,
massive
okay.
kaboom.
That's worth it.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom!
There was.
And I'm going to need another check as suddenly you start feeling this black hole pulling you back,
Oh.
despite having warped out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a difficulty of 1, control con, engines con. Another
Okay.
couple of power for warp depending on how far you're trying to go away from it.
Oh, wait a minute. We're trying to move, or we're trying to.
You got
sense?
out of the anomaly, but now that anomaly is a black hole that's trying to
Right.
pull you back in to nothingness. And we don't need another one of those. 'cause
So what
that's-
happened to the Romulan ships then?
Well,
They're
they're all
gone.
they're
Okay.
gone.
Defeated enemies!
Cool. Yeah.
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 Huh.
Okay.
Every crew member!
Yeah.
Count the XP!
Okay.
Was that an honorable
So-
death though?
We killed Romulans with weapons.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Use their own
Well,
weapon against them.
They
Yeah.
were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Alright, so you're warping,
Okay.
we need
I'm
power,
Yeah.
so let's just shove 3 power at it and we'll come back if we need to figure out what's
Okay.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go as far away as possible.
Okay. So I need to roll for the warping now.
What's your rolling?
Oh, same as control con, engines con.
Okay.
Difficulty of 1 this time.
Alright,
Okay.
so I'll roll ship.
All right. That's 15.
Ship has 1 success.
I got 2 successes here.
Alright,
So
so
3 total. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
more momentum.
Yes.
Delicious.
You managed to outrun the growing black hole.
And how do our fellow Klingon ships do fare?
As soon as you've done this, there's an all-out war between the other ones. They're far away enough they're not affected by the black hole, but they notice the immediate attack, and it's like, oh, all across the border, everyone's firing on
We
each
didn't say
other.
attack. We said
We gotta
run.
turn around.
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking about
There's more Romulans to claim victory over.
There's that.
There are 2 Romulan vessels chasing after you at warp.
Oh.
Into
What?
Klingon territory?
Yes,
They're
because
in
you've
our
already
space.
crossed their border.
Oh, yes.
They couldn't see we crossed our border. We went
Yeah.
through the radiation.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's just take out these ships.
Well, there's that.
Okay.
We're gonna have to use a lot of photons because our power's already at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's even including with our extra reactor.
Yeah.
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 Good thing we got that.
Yes.
And got it reloaded.
So, photons, they have a vicious something, or is it?
Photons let us shoot at long range.
Is there vicious count or anything?
They do not have vicious on photons.
No. That's
We have high yield, the salvo option. Disruptor cannons are our nice, beefy weapons up close.
You have pretty much started all-out war between Romulans and Klingons.
Well, it would have started
Yes.
anyway, because as soon as that warp core would have breached, they would have.
And you notice that there are several other black holes appearing as the Romulans are leaving their traps, and that some of the Klingon vessels, not just birds of prey, other ones, are being sucked in to the sudden
Yeah.
gravimetric pressure, and it's like,
Is there
you know,
any
they're
way you
just
can
all
report
across
that?
the border. It's not just the one of them was going out of control that you specifically were able to detect. The other ones seem like they're all using the same kind of experimental engine, which is causing massive spatial disruption all across the border.
Huh.
Okay.
And since they basically lured a huge amount of the fleet to the edge and have just destroyed them without warning,
I warned them.
Yes.
not fast
Okay.
enough. About a third of the ships got caught in it.
All right. Well, you said we got 2 after us.
Yes.
Let's deal with these things,
All right.
or go down in a blaze of glory. Good for the house.
Now we're traveling at warp.
Yes.
Um,
So where are you warping to? At some point you spent what, 3 power? I think you said
Twice.
to keep twice. Yes, to
Yeah.
keep going. Yes, you get out of it and to head further into Klingon space, and they're
Right.
following after you. Do you want to?
can we warp to a station where we know there are more ships to back us up?
The problem is a lot of them have been. Like I said, a third of them have already been instantly destroyed. You just lost a huge amount of the Klingon fleet.
Yeah, but
And
the
then
Romulans
there's-
had to lose a lot too, because apparently they were sitting there waiting for them.
Oh, you're.
Yeah.
Are you thinking the place that has the time loop? That could be interesting.
No, hold on.
No, it's way too far into
I thought we
Klingon
stopped
space.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of a place that we've been to before, though.
Yeah, you gotta think of more places along the border, which if
I don't know where the things are.
I know
Let's
you
go
don't.
back to Rockhaven
Rockhaven.
in the triangle.
Ah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because there'll be Federation there at least.
Well, there's Federation there. It's a general neutral location.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this doesn't say specifically where you are, but I'm guessing probably along the mid-range between Romulan and Klingon. Obviously, if you head more toward the Federation, then the Federation would be involved in its, all-out massive.
Right in the middle of the Dominion War while we're all fighting
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah,
This'll
yeah,
be
it's-
fine!
Sure, no problem. Right?
Well, and it would be a direct report to them, like, hey, look what the Rymans are doing. They antagonized us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're messing up the border.
They're fighting without honor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And granted, on a much smaller scale, when we set up mines in front of the Jemadar, and they killed some of
Well,
their
yeah,
guys.
but we knew they were going to attack, so that was a defensive move.
True.
Yeah, had they not attacked, they wouldn't have got killed.
I'm gonna say it'll take another 2 power to reach the triangle.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. How far away you were from it in the first place.
That's fair. All right.
If you just keep going at warp and they keep going at maximum warp and you're trying to reach each other.
So are they at long range while
Yeah,
at warp?
yeah.
Should we just fire at them?
They're the one chasing us.
Can we fire it during warp?
You said another 2 power?
Yeah.
We can fire
Are you
torpedoes.
firing as you go out of warp or trying to fire?
We can fire during warp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it multiple times.
Photon torpedoes. So difficulty of 3. 4 actually, since you're going to warp. 3 for the base and 1 for trying to hit fast moving. Yeah. So it may not be worth it. I don't know. They got a lot of momentum, right?
Yeah.
Because we're at warp.
Yeah, it'd be great.
All right.
You can get my joke. Okay.
I don't care.
since I don't have determination, I'm going to use 3 of these momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Get 4 dice total, and then 1 from the ship. Two, 4, 6, plus what do we got? Weapons and security. 7
Mm-hmm.
for a difficulty 4, you said.
Yes.
So that's 3 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 10. And I don't remember what high yield did.
Let's see.
Do you have that?
I'm looking. It's not on this list. All kinds of other things on this list.
Starship weapons 231.
Weapon effects. Okay.
Pretty charger weapon effects.
High yield. If the attack inflicts 1 or more breaches to the system, it inflicts 1 additional breach.
Okay. So, did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes 5 to do a breach, right?
Well,
5.
minus their resistance.
True,
and-
true.
Or minus their scale.
It's scale 4.
Scale 4. So they took
Five.
5.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a breach.
They still have shields up though.
Yeah, we gotta get through their shields.
Yeah, you can't do it. Yeah.
Okay, so
5 of their
5
shields.
to their shields.
Yes. They still have shields.
Alright.
They
You
fire
guys-
back.
Yes. Well, we gotta do our other minor actions.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys got anything.
Shields up?
Our shields are up.
Are they? Okay, already.
You should have the ability to get us additional power.
Yeah.
Counter management?
Yes.
Yes. Reasonable engineering task with difficulty 2 can succeed at cost. On success, the ship gains 1 power, +1 per momentum spent.
Okay. Okay, what's the reason plus what?
Reasonable engineering?
Engineering, okay. Well, that's good. That's
Anything
17
assisted
on
from
that.
the ship?
No.
Okay.
17 on that one. 2 successes.
And you said difficulty 2?
Difficulty 2, yes.
So that
Okay.
gets us back 1 power, which
Does it
is
spend the momentum, get another power? Or is that?
+1 power per momentum spent.
You need power.
Do we want to?
well, do we want to do that, or do we want to just hold off and use any bonus momentum you might get and keep that momentum in case we need it for something?
Okay, well, okay, so just 1 power.
Just 1 power. Photons don't use power.
Right.
I can split a good scan for weaknesses. Reasonable science task, difficulty 3.
Okay.
10 for me, 12 for me. With the difficulty of 3, shipped by the ship's sensors and security. On success, the next vessel's next attack, before the end of the sensor's operator's next turn, gain piercing 2 quality.
Okay. You know what? I gotta start remembering. Wait until the end to fire.
Okay.
Do you want me to do this then? The scan for weakness?
Sure.
Alright.
Okay, I got a 15 on that.
You already did a thing though.
You did your
Oh,
action
I
for
did
this
an
round.
action, okay. You're gonna get 1 more die?
The ship also needs a roll, sensor plus security.
Sensors plus security. 1 success.
And I got, let's see, reason and science. Okay, I'm going to use momentum to reroll this one. Okay, I roll 13 instead of 12, so. Hey, that's 2 successes for me, so 3 successes total.
And we needed
We needed 3.
3. Okay.
So,
So the next attack we have.
2 plus a piercing 2 quality.
Okay. All right.
I did a
Ow.
thing.
One of the birds of prey. We're going to scan for weaknesses.
Same thing I just did.
Yeah. They succeed.
Was it the one we already hit or the other one?
The other one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So,
good.
yes. They attack. Okay. They fire plasma torpedoes.
We don't have plasma torpedoes.
Ship's 100 years old. It runs.
Hey. Bite your tongue. My ship's a good ship. And it's not a lollipop.
Okay, they succeed. 2 bonus. So
They should spend momentum. We should get momentum on this big threat. This is good. We should go to warp 10. We can be everywhere in the universe at once.
that's 12 damage.
So
Reduce by
8.
scale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they have a special ability, being
Formula.
no, being plasma.
Okay.
They're persistent.
Oh.
At the end of each round, the target vessel suffers an additional stress. It's going to be based on effects. We roll 2 effects. Minus any relevant resistance for a number of rounds equal to the number of effects rolled.
And that. So what is
At
it?
the end of each round, the target vessel suffers an additional X stress minus any relevant resistance for a number of rounds equal to the number of effects rolled. So they roll 2 effects. So I don't know if that means like.
So 2 effects.
Yeah.
It would do 2 damage, but our resistance is 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So nothing would happen
Okay.
from it.
Yes.
But if they do serious damage with effects, it matters.
You had more effects happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we repelled this.
So the other ship.
I thought you guys had to go first and then the other ship. but-
No, we went,
We
and then
yeah.
it goes through everything.
Okay, there everybody. Okay. Yeah, the other ship is going to do the same thing. Actually, I didn't even
This
calculate
damage.
the bonus with the things.
That's all right. You don't have to.
No.
No.
I did piercing 2, right? So there's a total of 12. So piercing was the effects would make the 1s 2s, right?
No.
Piercing
for
2
us.
effect does.
I thought that was vicious.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm trying to.
What is
yeah,
piercing
piercing
effect?
ignores resistance. So I rolled
Oh.
2 effects, so it would ignore 2 of your resistance.
Okay, so 2 additional.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and I did purchase bonus d20s. So it'd be another 2 damage on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So does that knock down your shields or
No.
no?
Why do you want to knock out our shields? You want us to be destroyed? I thought we were a plucky ship.
All right. So the other ship.
The other ship is going to do exactly the same thing.
Evasive maneuvers.
No, we did what we did.
Well,
Okay, so they're not going to get the weakness scan. So they're just going to do normal, not piercing, and other stuff.
yes.
They are going to spend
So much threat.
so much threat for more attack. More attack is fun. Okay, spend another. chocolate.
Yeah.
And that means it matches the difficulty. So no extra damage dice, but
Hmm.
that is another 5. So you only 1 after your.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our shields are still up. So that's all that's doing?
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. What do you say? It's what before. We got 2 cores.
Blow up one of the cores and shoot it then.
Well, then we won't have any power at all because then we're down to the point where.
Well, that's what the
one
engineer's
power.
for. To get us more power afterwards.
Uh-huh. We're at warp though. I don't think that's a good idea to eject the core at warp because it
No.
doesn't tend to follow you.
Well, how much further have we gotten since we've been in warp? Like how much further until we get to the triangle?
And we still got another round.
Okay.
Another round.
Yeah, it's a good question to ask.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Well, okay, I did the scan for weakness, so we should at least attack one of them
Yeah.
in order to
Yeah.
get that extra piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you 2 want to do before I shoot?
Good question. Would I be able to use my advisor if assisting in a task with command discipline and reroll a d20?
Can you? How's your control and security?
12.
12?
I think you'd have to do it again in order to keep that effect going. It just says the end of the next attack.
For the end of the sensor operator's next turn. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the end of my next turn. This is going to be our turn.
But it's a new turn after you did it the first turn.
Yeah, but we didn't do it on that. We didn't actually. We attacked first and then we did the scan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's not as good as this
Right.
one.
Well,
It's like I cast True Strike. It's like, well, that's
Yeah.
annoying.
But nobody does that.
Exactly.
Huh.
You're thinking of the wrong order.
if you
That's all.
want to use potentially override, you could modulate the shields to give us higher resistance. Everyone has override.
Ah.
Well, we know what my action's going to be.
Now I've got
Modulating shields
I've
costs
got
1 power.
a talent of precise evasion. So this means no extra difficulties on attack. So I can precisely evade, do an evasion maneuver, which adds a difficulty on their attack, but it does not add a difficulty on our attack.
Now is that person to person or ship to ship?
Well, that'd be ship.
Do you have a page number?
Evasion.
120. 120.
120. On the Klingon book or the?
Yeah,
Klingon.
Klingon.
Klingon, yeah. I don't know if it's 120 real or 120.
On yours?
You'd be in the proximity of
Yeah,
120.
approximately 120.
Let's see, which one's called?
It's called precise evasion. It's a
Okay,
talent.
con. Whenever you succeed in an evasive action task, the ship does not suffer the increased difficulty for attacks normally caused by evasive action.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go with that. You do the evasive action, so
Okay.
it hurts them, but we don't.
right.
Which, do you have the sheet for your
Evasive action. I should
for the con?
have. Let's see.
Con!
Yes. Cave.
Helm.
Helm. Okay, helm tasks. Let's see. Evasive action. Con. Control plus con. Difficulty of 1.
Okay.
All right.
Does the ship play into it, or just those 2?
Let's see. Until the flight controller's next task, all attacks against the ship, and all attacks made by the ship. In the case of the
Right.
talent, it is not. Okay. It doesn't say anything about the ship.
Okay.
So, okay, control and command, that's,
Basic maneuvers at warp always work. This should be good.
Hey, we can. 2 successes.
All right.
Okay.
So that increases
Oh,
their
you-
difficulty by 1,
Right,
and we don't get any extra difficulty.
right.
I like this.
And we get a momentum because I got 2 successes, only
Oh.
needing 1. Okay.
Okay. So I guess for yours, I have to fire and then you do yours. So it's not the end of your turn.
So which thing was I going to do then?
Modulate shields afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do the scan again and. All right.
No, we already did the scan.
Well, he attacks and then he does the scan
Yeah.
for the next time.
Well, modulate shields or regenerate shields?
Take your pick.
Well, modulate makes it more difficult for them.
What's your regenerate shields under?
It's under internal systems though. And
Oh.
obviously or as sensors.
That is not under the security oversight. So if you might be able to do that without having to get the extra difficulty.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 1 die for 1 extra, and then I'll roll for the ship in a
You got
minute.
any threat or what?
No, just 1 momentum.
Okay. No.
Let's
That's a-
re-roll the complication.
That's a no.
All right. So that's 3.
Still 4 to hit him.
Yeah, but I got the ship here. Weapon security. 4. 4 to hit.
Okay.
There.
We're
Yeah.
getting the one that's already damaged, or the.
Yes, the one that is already.
And we have piercing because we have the sensor.
Yep.
Yes.
Extra piercing?
Piercing 2.
Piercing 2. Whatever that is.
So that ignores 2 points of resistance for every effect, correct?
What did you say it did?
Yes.
Use it the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
We have 3 viewers right now. Hello, who's
All right.
watching?
Hello.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ignoring 2 resistance.
Okay. One of them, their shields are down.
All
It's
right.
not enough afterwards to suffer a breach beyond,
Still.
Still, they turn around.
Okay.
Huzzah.
Turning around at warp.
All right. Now, shields.
Alright.
Give us more shields.
Sure. All
Which one
regenerate
was-
shields?
Regenerate or, yeah.
Yeah. See, my control engineering plus the ship's structure and engineering.
Structure and engineering. 13. Ship succeeded.
I did not succeed. 18 and 19.
How much did you need for, you need 2
Get difficulty 1.
How's that
Difficulty
determination looking?
I'll use determination, sure. I'll
We
use
can
that.
use the shields.
Yeah.
The difficulty of 1, though, you passed.
Was it just difficulty 1?
Yeah, difficulty 1. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we
we got
did-
1.
Okay,
You
so
got
we'll
one.
use that then.
So what's that give us?
Plus 1 difficulty if shields are out, or 0 if it's not. Success means ship regains 2 shields.
2 shields.
Plus 2 per momentum, repeatable. But we don't have any momentum, so
No.
keep it as we are. Alright.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not
Okay.
worth the determination spent.
No,
to get
there we go.
2 points of shield.
Okay.
The other
Huzzah.
vessel,
So we're
we should be
1-on-1.
arriving at our destination.
yes, at this point you dropped out of warp. They've dropped out of warp. They are firing.
Well, they didn't notice where they were.
Well, they notice where they are.
Uh-huh.
Now it's going to be easier since you're not at warp.
But we're evasive still.
Yeah. we're still
Yeah.
evasive.
So it's the same.
So it's the same. Yeah.
Aha!
All right.
Okay, they still succeed.
It's alright.
After this, we find out who's in the system right now.
Mm.
8 damage.
8
Yes.
Reduced to
four.
4.
to 4.
So 4.
We are 1 over shields.
Good thing I did that. Shield repair then, huh? Alright, shields are out.
Uh-huh.
No. We are 1
Shields are
over.
out. Yeah.
Shields are out.
Oh, shields are out. Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So never mind then. All right.
Yeah.
And they use warp and hightail that out of it.
Okay.
They found out where they were. Okay.
Yeah, they figured they'd get one more shot off and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in the system?
Nobody right now.
No, not any Federation.
Like within maybe far off, far range, or long range, but not medium or close.
Okay.
Well, was it a planet here or space
The
station?
Rockhaven was a.
Yeah.
It's the one of the dilithium mines.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would think there'd be some way to help her get our ship.
There's the
repaired.
colony,
Yeah,
but-
colony and
There are some other Federation vessels around. But,
yeah.
That's what I was asking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but within long range, they could immediately see that the, Romulans were coming too close, and Romulans was like, no, we don't want to trigger the Federation. Go.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So we should call into high command, find out what they want us to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Explain to them the deceptions that the Romulans did.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me to roleplay that, do you?
Take care of it.
Okay, good.
I mean, I can basically say they've knocked out a third of the fleet,
Yeah.
and you're going to need at this point
A refit.
Federation assistance to drive them back and time to rebuild all of these vessels that have been suddenly eliminated.
What about all these black holes that all of a sudden get around the border? That doesn't sound like they're going to disappear.
That's the other difficult issue. They're going to try to have to figure out what's the best way to get rid of a black hole. Fire a torpedo into it or something.
Use it to travel through time.
Might as well just slingshot around a planet at that point.
Oh, you mean a sun?
The sun, sorry. I mean, you're not Superman, but
Hmm.
basically pulling a Superman. I guess those films were made around the same time, weren't they?
Possibly. I don't recall.
Yes,
Star
but
Trek-
the
Star
sun
Trek 3, yeah.
slingshot one makes slightly more sense than
Superman
making
just
the
flying it
Earth
around. And
spin
making, yeah.
backwards.
Yeah.
Let's just destroy the tides. You didn't travel back in time. You just killed millions of people.
Yeah. Come on, Superman. Just to save Lois, you just.
The trade winds
Yeah,
went
yeah.
opposite directions.
Yeah.
No one knows what happened.
Mass hysteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And calendar makers have no idea what day it is.
And of course, all of these prototype or unknown warp engines have been detonated, so there's no way of capturing one and trying to research what they were doing to.
Well, didn't we get a good scan on it? Maybe not.
In the interference, you're able to detect
Yeah.
that it was something you had not.
We were able to get a good weapons lock on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we figured out it was a singularity. Well, it wasn't a singularity, it was something else. Gravity. Some kind of singularity, gravity well.
Well, with us running away like that, it reminds me of how, only a fool fights in a burning house. It's a good thing we walked away from that exploding. Try and
True.
Obviously.
Yeah, well, I go with
But what are you calling back to? That's using a value.
to the time loop area
Okay.
when we escaped that whole scenario of being stuck in a time loop. And
Yeah, but you let things happen that you could have stopped.
I think I've had it both places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. At least
It's
this
very-
time you actually destroyed
It's
the
better
target.
for us to get out of there. But yeah, but they destroyed more of our targets though, so that
That
was
is
the
true.
problem.
That's true.
Okay, what's our glory?
The actual titles of each of these major beats, the first one to figure it out was Shadows and Ghosts. The second one is Eye of the Storm. And the third one is Black Hole Soul.
Nice.
So was there really any opportunity for us to negotiate our way through this? I don't think, would they have, did they expect for us to actually try to save Romulan lives?
Vasco would never allow you to board or capture her ship, as
No.
they've been, conducting these experiments, and would rather
Yeah.
destroy the ship and kill everyone aboard if necessary.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would rather be survived, but I can't let you take this experimental stuff.
Okay, but then again, what were we intended to do
Her
then?
negotiations were a ruse to delay you long enough to be caught in the blast.
Okay, that's all it was then.
Yes.
So she was going to sacrifice herself.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was no situation that this would end well.
That Maruzen-
Aside from just shooting quote torpedoes from a distance, anyways, and spread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. So,
One way to find
So
another-
I know what value I'd like to express that I use.
you sure would.
When in doubt, attack.
Mhm.
I don't know what that weird warp core is. Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. So, since I have declared the only fools fight in a burning house, then
Yeah.
this second time, then well,
Mhm.
I can just do another attribute then, increase an attribute, or split.
That
or,
does the milestone,
Yeah.
not the arc.
Okay.
Which have you arced yet in one?
I have 2 on Leave No One Behind, the Honored Undead, and Disruptors at Dawn.
But did you? You have to do a callback. So here you do the callback to here, and then you have to do a callback to here.
See
So
what I
the
mean?
callback
You
to
can't
the
See
call
what
call.
back
I
the
mean?
same one
It's
twice.
a sucky situation. It's a
So let's say you're on C, you're here. You'd call back to B, which was a callback to A to arc.
to,
You have to
And-
do this one more time, but not to that one, to this one.
Right.
Okay.
So you can milestone, you can't arc.
Okay, well, the milestone give me that.
Milestone lets you do some increases.
You can swap things out.
No, that's at the
No?
end of every
No, you
mission.
can
Oh,
do that
yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
No, a milestone lets you increase 1, up 1, but not to the maximum.
Right. Not
Right.
you can only go to
See.
14 max or 4.
4 or
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
14, but no, it's not 14. Oh,
Yeah,
12
4,
was the max.
14 attribute for the split.
Or yeah,
No, the
12.
max is 11. 12's the max. So 11 is the highest you can go on an attribute,
Not 12.
and 4. Yeah. So, I mean, your arc, you can bring it all the way up to.
You can look
Yeah,
at the book
2.
when we're done.
Yeah.
But we do want to know the glory.
Yes.
Obviously. Okay.
Yeah.
Was
So
your,
much glory.
Was your mission victorious?
We got
Yes,
the
we did.
Romulans out of the border.
We survived.
But you lost a massive amount
Well,
of forces
that wasn't
and
our
basically
fault. They're gonna
instigated.
How
We're gonna
many
get lost
ships
anyway.
did they lose?
Yeah, right.
They only had technically 1 per anomaly that they were to make sure that their experimental drives exploded.
But no, one that we were in though had
Had
2
two.
ships.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, so the only reason why there was a ship there at all was so that it could jump in and out of the radiation field in order to entice us to come in.
And that there were other ships going through in and out and trying to make these unusual readings for you to get closer and cross the border and instigate an attack.
So curiosity killed the cat. Or target in this case.
Mm-hmm. So I'd say like success at a cost kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds.
There's no way to undo the cost. I mean, you couldn't.
No, the massive.
It was possible.
Yes. No dictates. These things never give any dictates, nor did I really know how to apply them properly because.
The only dictates I could think of, like obviously Federation would have it.
Yes, but I don't know of any Klingon dictates. It's like
Well, I suppose there's the one with the Honored Undead. One of the dictates was that they wanted to have samples returned to them, right?
Well, that's a mission parameter.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that would mean your mission victorious or not.
Okay, well, we never have
You
dictates.
never dictates.
We should look into what dictates are exactly.
Yeah.
We
Did
should
you
go
obey
through
the
it,
orders
but
given to you by
anyways.
your superiors? Yes. You investigated the anomaly. Did you condemn the dishonorable acts of others?
Yes.
Openly-
Wholeheartedly wouldn't.
Yes. Did you kill enemy warriors? Yes.
No.
How many
you-
extra dice do we get for that?
Did you declare yourself so your enemies knew who they faced?
Heck yeah, I did.
Well, yeah, I mean, they knew who we were.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so there's that. You were not injured or slain. Your mission was not a failure. You did not change.
For our people, though,
disobedience.
radiation.
Yeah.
You did not allow. There were no insults. You didn't cheat or break a promise. You did not allow dishonorable acts. You did not take prisoners or be captured. Did you retreat, relent, or surrender in battle? You did retreat.
Well,
We weren't in battle yet.
We got out of a black hole
Yeah.
and then were followed.
Yeah.
I don't think we were
So the
traded.
battle followed us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, apparently I did say run. Captain Runaway.
I'd say that's one shame.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Let's see.
one shame. That knocks out three animals,
Ooh. Ooh!
More.
Yeah, I mean,
All of them were above your target number.
No?
so what's that mean?
It means, well, with the one shame,
Wiped out everything. We have to give up our the house is back to 3.
no complications. Oh, if you're dishonorable and you suffer one shame for each success you scored less than the number needed. Well, I mean, if it's a success. Oh,
You just haven't done rolling
Yeah,
successes.
No, you didn't roll any successes and you had one shame. That was the difficulty. You need at least one to keep that shame out.
Use your determination.
So we suffered a point of shame.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we did lose a third of the fleet.
Plus one extra shame.
We
Nope,
didn't
nothing
do
rolled
it.
a 20, but yeah, you get 1 point of shame.
Okay, so what does the one shame give us then?
It's not that high compared to the amount of glory we normally crank in a mission.
is-
With dishonor comes ill favor. You may declare that an allied NPC you encountered during the adventure regards you as a worthless pitok. This uses one shame normally, but the cost increases by 1 if the NPC commands a starship, or 2 if they're an admiral, general, or a high-ranking figure. You may reduce your reputation by 1 using shame equal to the reputation you previously held. Which, no.
It took us so long to get it to 4 as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One shame reduces your reputation. That's ridiculous.
No.
No.
You suffer shame when you're deemed to act dishonorably and drive a thing out of great lengths to see it expunged. Shame can be spent immediately if you see fit using any of the options presented, but you can also leave it unspent, lingering as a stain upon your honor.
I think we should have a stain.
If we have the stain, give us a reason to go try and kill some Romulans.
Yeah. And there's nothing else that's cost only 1 shame, so you just...
Well, we
It's a
can buy
very
something for
minor
one-
shame.
You can buy something for one shame.
Like I said, antipathy is pretty much it.
We have a good record except this.
Except this.
I think that's not too bad
No.
Yeah.
No. Nobody's perfect.
because
Yeah, write that down. That'll get you another point of information next time.
7 successful missions without any problems. And on this one mission, we happen to lose a third of the.
We didn't lose
Fleet.
the third. They foolishly stuck around and we told them to run. I know it's not a Klingon. Klingons don't run. But when there's
A black hole explosive
Yeah.
blowing up in your face.
you don't have a choice.
There's no way to fight that. It's a force
Yeah.
of nature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's artificially created. Remember.
It's kind of weird that glory must be spent immediately and doesn't carry over, but shame
Yeah.
doesn't have to be spent immediately. I mean, can stack up.
Yes.
So,
I mean, to be fair, when you screw up with somebody,
yeah.
they tend
Yeah,
to
but-
remember.
Can't you use some of your glory to wipe out your shame?
If you get enough, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
You spend 1 glory and do, the equivalent amount of glory to get rid of whatever shame you have, yeah.
I mean, okay.
It was weird. They were all like your goal was 11, and they were all above 11. So.
But the thing is, this particular mission, there's almost no way to get any
That's
glory.
alright.
You had more dice. You had double the amount of potential of gaining glory than you did last time. It just didn't show up.
We actually did more things that were relevant.
Yeah.
It fits the mission and what happened.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It kind of was our Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we deal with this impossible situation?
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Unlike the last time you dealt with a black hole, you got out with your lives.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems like at some point, each of the final missions are like everyone dies. Next season.
Yeah.
True.
That's why they don't have a Romulan show. Or I mean, Klingon show.
Yeah,
Well, after we're done with the Klingons, which like you said he's going to be at least another 7 or 8,
Mhm.
you said okay, we had the acquisition.
Well, we should probably
Deal with
wrap
that.
up the stream.
Okay.
Yes.
Deal with that. Okay.
We'll
we'll
talk
have
about
next stream first.
future plans afterwards. But until next time, happy gaming. Bye bye.